of people who aren't in a position to be well informed themselves. That's a tragedy, the exploitation of people who would benefit from greater knowledge.
So what that reinforces, I believe, is that there are plenty of growth and employment opportunities in the green economy of the future, in new jobs, new types of jobs, but also in different ways of working in traditional jobs.
Now, the position of the Australian government is that we want to see a deal concluded at Copenhagen.
We will endeavour to cut carbon dioxide emissions per unit of GDP by a notable margin by 2020.
In other words, emissions will still rise as the Chinese economy grows.
Difficulty is no excuse for complacency. Unease is no excuse for inaction. And we must not allow the perfect to become the enemy of progress.
Scientists and scholars have long been jumping up and down about climate change. And now artists and other layabouts have stepped on board with dire warnings, and this art exhibition is no exception. I'm with two art critics, John Howard and Paul Keating. Hello, what do you think of this work, Green Poles?
Oh, well, I advised Gough right back that the polar caps would melt and become green, so buying blue poles was a big, what do you say?
Blunder, John, blunder. A total waste of taxpayers' money.
And how long have you two been art critics?
Oh, well, once I blew the last election, I needed somewhere new to power walk, so I chose art galleries, eh?
You know, we're at the coalface of the Sauv Blanc swilling G-list art crowd here.
G-list?
G for green. Head up now. The A-list went out the window long ago.
The theme of this exhibition is the green movement. What about old growth logging?
Artists need paper to scribble on.
That's too simplistic, John. You need to go after these carbon-suited bureaucrats if we're to save the planet.
I know what I like. Oh my God, this vase of flowers is so beautiful. I can faint.
Well, why don't you take a Bex and have a good lie down, John?
I can't. Jeanette put a horse in our bed. She's become an art collector too.
Well, this gallery in Uptown Fitzroy is one of the best in the world, don't you think?
Magnificent. Perfect for green art. It has rainforest, rock pools,
crumbling ice shelves, cascading waterfalls,
ferns, moss.
So these are the famous light and dark green posters. Save the Rotary Clothes Hoist. I see. First man on the beach. Huh?
Wear green Crocs. Trees in a boat. This is real cat amongst the pigeon stuff.
I'm green with envy. That installation artist, Malcolm Fraser, he's turned up. We'd better scram.
What type of installations does he do?
He puts pickled onions in the pockets of art lovers.
Look, I will buy half a dozen of these larger works, the acrylic on masonite ones to use as a shelving in my garage.
Where are we off to now, Paul?
I have heard the Copenhagen exhibition down the road is a sellout.
Watercolours?
Goodness gracious, no. It's an enormous human installation of indecision making.
Look, can I just take over here and, having said that, let me say this, life was supposed to be green.